What?
Welcome back to another episode of New Limits Podcast. As always, this podcast is brought to you by Via Gomez Bros Real Estate. If you need anything real estate related, feel free to contact us. Again, we have my brother as a co-host, Rafael.
Hey, everyone.
And our special guest today is Mercedes, Lashes by Mercedes.
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome, Mercedes. So,
Thank you.
Mercedes, we usually start off the podcast just talking about what you do. So tell us a little bit about what it is that you do and your journey.
I'm a lash tech. I do lash extensions. I offer classic, hybrid, and volume lashes.
Can you pull that just a little? There you go.
So classic.
Hybrid and volume.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about that. Like different people request.
So obviously we're two guys. We've never done our
Right.
lashes
Yeah.
before.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So the classic extensions are one individual synthetic lash put on top of their natural lash on one of their natural lashes. That's a classic set.
Okay.
So that's the
Okay.
most natural and basic set you can have.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's still very full, but it's not as full as the hybrid or the volume. So the
Okay.
hybrid is going to be a mix of the volume and the classic lashes put together, mixed in. So it's going to be a single one, and then the volume lashes are going to be fans. So about 6 different lashes fanned out onto
okay.
one of their lashes.
So it makes it look
yes.
like bigger.
So that's going to be a hybrid.
Okay.
Then we have a volume, it's just going to be all fans.
Yeah.
That's going to be the fullest, the most dramatic. And
That's
yeah.
like your, hey, I'm going to the Mark Anthony concert.
Yes,
You would get
exactly.
you would get those.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Like, hey,
yes.
look at me, folks.
Or like prom, a wedding,
Yeah,
like those are
special
more
day.
more showy and you can see them.
Gotcha.
Eyelashes, man, they do add a lot of beauty. I mean, you notice. I noticed that in a
Yes.
girl and a woman. Like
They
damn,
just
huh?
like exaggerate the eye.
Yeah.
Basically.
And obviously
Okay.
through the eyes we meet people.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Connect
eyes tell
with
so
somebody.
much about you.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they're sort of like the door to the eye. you
the
know?
gateway
Right.
to the soul.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. So eyelashes, like, how did this start? How did this journey of yours start?
Okay. Well, I've been getting extensions since sophomore year of high school. So I've been getting them, and I was a cheerleader all of high school, a varsity cheerleader. And as I graduated, I was just working and doing college. So I was just doing school and working, and I was so bored. I had so much time on my hands. I was like, I need a hobby. I need to do something. I was like, I'm gonna take a dance class, you know, like learn salsa or
Yeah.
something. And then a course had popped up for extensions, and on my feed on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna take that.
An ad popped up.
And yeah, it was
Okay.
like I knew a lady, so
Okay.
I went through her, and I was like, I think I'm gonna take this class. I called my dad. I was like, I think I'm gonna take a class. Like, I need a hobby. I need something to do. So I took the class, and it was a weekend-long course, and
Okay.
it was kind of expensive for
And
me at the
this
time.
was what you were in college.
Yes, this was my freshman year.
Okay,
of
so you
college.
were 18, I guess.
Yeah, 18.
Okay.
This is local college?
ECC,
Oh, cool. And where did you go to school? High school?
South Elgin.
South Elgin.
Nice.
Shout out to the Red. What is it? The Red Storm?
Yes, the
The
store.
Red Storm.
Hey,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so I just took the class, and it was pretty expensive for me. So I was like, I need to turn it into something. So I just started practicing more, and I started taking clients. And that was last winter that I took these clients, and I was booked, literally
Nice.
booked. And from there, I've just been ever since.
So,
Nice.
wow. So talk about good luck, right?
Right? Yeah.
Well, it's
And
part
timing,
of luck
maybe.
and timing and you.
Right.
Obviously, if your eyelashes are not well put or they don't look good, they're not going to come back.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it was a combination of many things, and awesome. So, you know, you mentioned the price on the classes and all that. I think a lot of times, when we start a new business, it's like, oh, it's a lot of money, and you get all these negative opinions from others, right?
Yeah.
But then again, it's like that. Let's say it's $2,000. I mean, if you do really good, you're gonna make that in, I don't know,
Right.
a couple months, half a year. I don't know what what
Right.
that number is. And the thing that I find ironic is that people will spend $2,000 to go to
Mexico.
Cancun.
Yeah.
when this $2,000 can pay for
Multiple trips.
multiple
Right.
trips to Cancun.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
for a lifestyle.
yeah, so
Yes.
for a whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's so cool. As far as the eyelashes go, so you say you started getting them in high school.
Yes.
So it's been a trend that's coming along, right?
Right. Yes. Exactly. A lot of girls
Oh, yeah, that's
in
right.
high school were getting them,
Uh-huh.
and I was getting them also. But I never had thought of like, oh, I could possibly do this.
When did it start? Like when did this?
What, my business?
No, the eyelashes.
Oh, so
Is
I
when
was
you were
in high school. Yeah, it would probably have been like 2017.
It's recent, yeah.
Yes, very recent.
yeah.
So I actually did a little research on this.
Okay.
So
there you go.
there was sort of patent. Well, actually, it goes back to Roman times.
Damn.
Okay, but the actual, Rome was big on, looking good and all that.
Yeah.
But the actual extensions, what we know them as now, started back in like 1911. There was a Canadian woman named Ann Taylor, who sort of got the patent so they can start making the eyelashes.
Gotcha.
1940s, obviously you have Marilyn Monroe.
Right.
Marilyn Monroe was, Audrey Hepburn, those girls, they started fashioning them as well. And then obviously the 70s went out of style. 70s were a different time.
Yeah.
It was just flower power and just everybody was free. But 2000s comes J-Lo.
Right. Yeah, my favorite.
J-Lo, Madonna. J-Lo actually, Madonna wore red fox ones to some award ceremonies. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously we have this trend coming along.
Right.
And trends seem to stick, especially I think like you said with the eyelashes.
Yeah.
That's something that's sort of inexpensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it makes, the woman look a lot prettier, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
It's funny because, over time, trends could leave and then they come back. Kind of like the 50s trends are coming back or
Yes.
whatever. So I'm pretty sure like maybe back then it was like royalty. And
The
then,
royalty, what do they have? The big eyelashes.
It was only
yeah.
royalty, and then who made them popular? Like the actresses?
Well, obviously in the 50s with Marilyn Monroe.
yeah,
And,
they made them like
yeah.
mainstream. That's pretty cool.
So, the whole business part of it, obviously we talked about it earlier, but you're 20 years old.
Yes.
Typically a 20-year-old would be going to college, would be a freshman in college.
Yeah.
You took
Yeah.
a couple college courses, but you said, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot. Yeah. What made you decide that? Like, what said, like, I'm going to do it?
I just had a lot of time on my hands. I didn't want to. I'm in school still.
Okay.
I'm still a college
Awesome.
student. I think it was like being at practice. I was a cheerleader, so
Okay.
being in practice all the time, I was always on the go. So with school and work, I had that free time, that leeway, and I was like, I need to do something.
fill it with something.
Yeah, I need a hobby. I need something to do for myself.
What we would call a side hustle, too.
Yes, that's what I had planned. This is what this was supposed to be, was a side hustle, some extra money.
Yeah.
That's all it was supposed to be, and it turned into something
Much more
great.
than that.
Yeah, much
So
more.
you have a new website that you just put out?
Yes, that
And
was
this-
just made.
And this comes because you were having issues booking appointments or
I was getting really overwhelmed.
overwhelmed?
That was the
okay,
problem.
you were getting
yes.
tons of business.
So
Tons, yes.
texting at your little notebook wasn't cutting it.
Oh my gosh, I bought an iPad, a mini iPad, and I was putting everything in there. At first, I started with a notebook.
Okay.
And the notebook was
Like
just
a
getting
pen paper?
Yeah, pen and paper,
Okay.
old school. It was getting too hectic, too messy. Bought the iPad, was doing that for like 2 months, and then I was waking up to like 15 messages a day, and it was so frustrating because I'm like, I need an assistant. I need something. Like
It was
I-
exciting but frustrating at the
So
same
it was
time,
so
right?
something to be so happy about and
Yeah.
grateful for, but it was just getting to be too much on my just one person.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, mom. I told my mom, I was like, I'm gonna hire an assistant. She's like, hire your sister. Hire your sister. And I'm like, nobody's gonna care about my business as much as I do. So I'm like, I can't risk this and like have to
Wow.
teach them everything.
Okay.
You know. I'm like, I like things done my way.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me text my graphic designer. I texted him and I'm like, I need a website or just something to help me book appointments by themselves, and I don't have to talk to any other girls. Like,
Yeah.
if they have questions, perfectly fine, they can email me. But he had this website going in a week and a half, 2 weeks,
Right.
and I'm already rolling with it, and I love it.
In 2 weeks, you
Yeah.
had it going.
He got it going really
Shout out
fast.
to your web designer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the thing, the growing pains of being an entrepreneur.
Right.
Typically it's like, wait, I'm to the point where I need a website like this fast. You found that niche, right? You found that niche of women right now that are looking for the
Right. That
extension.
clientele, yeah.
Oh,
Their clientele. And then obviously word of mouth. Oh, who did your eyelashes? Oh, Mercedes. Oh, where can I find her?
That's my biggest advertisement is word of mouth.
For us,
Nice.
too.
Yeah.
The old school
Yes.
way.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Everyone
for
just
sure.
talks.
Because it's free. One, you don't have
Mm-hmm.
to pay for it, but you already know that those people are coming in referred by somebody who loves your work.
Right.
Yeah. And they already come in, you already feel that trust gap. Like they already trust you in a way because
Yes.
you got recommended by somebody that they trust.
They know, yes.
That's a big one, trust.
Yeah.
Especially in our business too. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you did a good job for my friend. Well, I know you're gonna do a good job for my friend because you like my friend.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna be my friend.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's sort of funny how that works.
And at the same time, like you don't want to let them down because you don't want to let the friend down.
Right.
Like you want to have
Right.
them to have a good relationship.
It's your name at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's like on the
Reputation.
plate, yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Well, that's so cool. So, you get the website. Now people just go to the website, and we'll put a plug for your website too. But they just click, oh, I want this time. The times are available, and they put their name in, and obviously how they. Does it have like a payment thing too, or?
Yes, so it has the options, the different options is all laid out. You push on whatever one you like. It'll take you to the calendar, and there's gonna be blue bubbles on what's open, and then gray what's not. So they can pick their appointment. It's going to take them to their information. It's going to provide their email, their name, whether they paid the deposit. There's a $15 deposit.
Sure.
And then it's going to ask for if they want like a wispy added to so there's spikes they can add to their sets. And then
like
after
add-ons,
that,
like add-ons.
yes,
Yeah.
add-ons. And then after that, it's going to send them a confirmation email, which will provide like all the information needed
Oh, that's so
for
cool.
the day of the appointment. Yeah, and then it'll send a reminder text the night before.
Okay.
Also.
So how has this made your life easier? I bet.
Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. Like, I'm not sitting there on the iPad for hours at
Yeah.
a time, trying to respond, trying to figure out a time for this lady, one for her sister, it
Yeah.
was just so much.
So
It's helped
this
me.
is obviously an investment that you made.
Yes.
You think it's worth it putting in money into your business? Like, how do you feel about this investment?
This is probably the best investment I've had on my business. Is the website for sure, 100%. It saved me time, and just the one-time payment for this is going to be worth.
Exactly.
Was there moments ever where you were like, I don't know if I should do this investment, or were you like, yes, I'm doing this?
No, right away I was
Okay.
on it.
Nice.
And not only that, you mentioned it, it's made your life easier, but I read a good quote one day. It said, not only that, for your customers, how easy is it for them to make an appointment?
Yes.
How easy it is for them to call you, or for in our case, us, right? That's super important, because if it's like, wait, text her, but she didn't get back. It's like, well, I don't even know if I have an appointment. I got to go to here. I got this important, or I need to my eyelash is done. But now it's like, there it is, right?
Yes, and I've asked for feedback on like how they like the website.
Yeah.
I've had my girls I've asked them, and they love it. They're like, it's so easy.
Yeah.
I can see what's available rather than me just giving them a time,
right.
or a
Yeah.
day.
Or verbal,
They-
right? Like,
yes.
well, yeah, that's so cool. I
can
mean,
pick.
then that's the thing, with being an entrepreneur, you're always looking for the next sort of best thing to make your experience better.
Right.
So then book the appointment. How long does an appointment take?
So I have a 2-hour time gap in between each client on my website.
Okay.
But since I've been so busy, I am now taking an hour on each girl.
Okay.
About an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. And that's from start to finish?
Yes, start to finish.
Okay. And they basically, obviously, is it a chair like this? Do they lay on the bed? Or?
Yeah, I have a lash bed. It's flat, and I actually bought a cushion for it because it's a
Lash
little hard.
bed.
Yes.
Huh? So they're
Lash
actually
bed.
lash beds.
Yes,
That's
it's like a
okay.
massage.
Okay.
Massage chair?
Massage chair,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So they lay on it, it lays flat, and then I have my own chair, a rolly chair, so I
Okay.
can move. And then
Okay.
I have the light.
Okay, like a ring light.
Yes.
Okay.
Like that, yeah.
So it's like this whole experience that you provide your guests.
Right, yeah.
your
It's like
clients.
the cute and cozy type
Okay.
vibe.
Nice.
You playing like good music?
Yeah, I
or-
play reggaeton sometimes.
Yeah, I like it. I went to go get it waxed, like my chest
Okay,
waxed and stuff.
yeah.
So I went to Miami the other day. Not the other day, a few months ago. I don't know why I said the other day. But yeah, they do create an environment. Like you want to create a calm, safe environment.
Comfortable, yes.
Comfortable environment.
Yes.
Well, the experience,
Yeah.
right? A lot
It's
of
an
it is through the
experience.
experience. Like, man, I want to go there because it was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had my favorite music, or just the vibe was good. and
Yeah.
Do you give them any like food or anything? Like,
No, they come
Really?
in, they come straight to the room. I let them take their shoes off, get
Yeah.
comfortable. I provide a blanket. They'll lay there and I ask them what they want. And then after that, I provide a brush for them to leave with, a candy in their little bag.
Nice. Like a little
so you
gift
do a little
bag.
goodie bag.
Yeah, a little goodie bag.
Nice. That's
And you do
awesome.
this in Marengo, right?
Yes, I live in Marengo. My studio is in my house. Yeah.
Nice. And I tell people, like, you don't have to invest all this money. Start in your house.
Yes,
Yeah.
start small.
Start small, start in
Anything
baby
with
steps.
a roof.
Right, at
Yeah.
this point.
Right. Eventually, you get to the point like, okay, I'm outgrowing my studio, my home studio. I mean, that's how we were. We were working, out of our cars, out of our house, and eventually, like, okay, well, let's look for a spot
Yeah.
where we can do this, and it's paid off. Like, it'll eventually get there, hopefully, one day for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started, I lived in Elgin over here, we moved in January. I was doing it in my bedroom, in my basement. So I had to go through the
That's
whole
awesome.
house, all the way downstairs.
Yeah.
Do it, and then they
Oh, you're
would
doing it in
leave.
the basement?
Yes.
I know that basement. by the way.
Yes, I lived there.
I
I
sold
lived in
your
the
mom house.
basement.
Yeah.
So when we moved, that we have an office now at the house, at our new house. So my mom said I could have that as my
Okay.
studio.
I do remember her saying that, like, this one day will be for Mercedes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
I have had offers though. I've had multiple offers about renting out of people. They have like a studio, a spa or something, and they
Yeah.
want lashes in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, convenience, like
Yeah, but not only that, you'll find out that you're gonna have to work sort of under their rules.
yes,
Yeah.
and I work for myself
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So stick to that.
Right.
A little bit of words of wisdom from us too.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, the more flexibility you have to call your own shots, the better.
Yeah.
And it'll, you want to do, what? Today I don't want to go, whatever, but, I want to paint the walls pink. And they're like, no, you can't. Like, well, I want to. Like, I'm paying you rent or whatever. But yeah,
Gotcha.
so start small. Obviously, you're doing it in your studio now. Yeah, how many appointments do you have a day? Like, how much of the appointments consume what's a typical day? Like a working day.
A working day, typically, I will do. It can be anywhere from 2 to 6 girls a day.
And that's how many hours? 6 hours? 7 hours?
Yeah, so I'll go from like 10 to 6.
Let's say money-wise, for all the people that want to be entrepreneurs, what are we talking? Like a regular week for you?
I would say, okay, so a day I'm walking, let's do 350.
Let's do a day.
Yeah, 350
Okay.
a day.
Okay.
That's really good money.
So you do the math, I don't know the
That pays
math.
better than a lot of full-time
Yes.
jobs out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It varies though because I pick when I want to work, pick when I don't want to work. So it
Yeah.
varies. Like
Yeah.
today I only had
Yeah.
one.
And you can
Yesterday I
make
had
your
4.
own schedule. See, that's the beauty of it, is that you can
Right.
make your own schedule.
Love that.
You don't have a boss. You don't have.
You can go on vacation whenever
You
you
set
want.
your own
Yeah.
goals and deadlines.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Well, eventually, I'm sure you want to grow to the point where you have girls working for you,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
And it's passive income. You're sort of in charge of the whole deal.
Salon, yeah.
Salon. But you have to start. You have to build that reputation.
Build that clientele.
Yep.
There's so much that goes into it. But I had people ask me when I first started. I was like, oh, no way. This is just a side hustle.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And then as it's coming, now I'm pushing 8 months now doing this. And girls ask me, and I'm like, yeah, I think this might want to be what I want to do for the rest of my life.
So
you know?
what is your mentality behind all this? I mean, do you to me you're like sharp, but what is your mentality behind it? Like,
Have you always
what-
been a go-getter?
Yeah, have you always?
Yeah, I feel like I'm very driven. I can talk to just about anybody, so like doing each girl is not a problem.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I'm just very motivated. I think this is something where it's different rather than just the straight go to college, get the degree, work the
Yeah.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I
Uh-huh.
want to be my
Okay.
own boss. I want to
Yeah.
have my free time, just hustle.
Yeah.
And
It's
you
so-
always wanted to do this.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And it's so true, like my brother said, that mentality, obviously as a young, so our personality is sort of built when we're younger, right? Obviously I know your mom. Your mom's, she's very driven too. I don't know your dad, but I know your mom. Obviously that comes from not only mom, grandma, probably your grandparents, even a friend. You're like, man, I don't want to do the 9 to 5. Like you said, why am I gonna? And that's what I think we do real estate. Like, why do I want to have somebody dictate how much my time is worth? Why does my
Right.
time have to be $14 an hour
Yeah.
to make somebody else $50 an hour?
Somebody else's dream come true.
Right, somebody
Yeah.
else's dream come true, right? I'm gonna make my own dream come true. I'm gonna dictate how much I want to get paid an hour, and you're doing it. I mean, you're
Yeah.
living proof of it. At a young age, and like I said, you get those naysayers, right? Like, oh, it's not gonna work out. Who's gonna drive to Marengo?
Yes, that was a big
Well,
one.
look, they're driving 30 miles from now.
I
30
get
minutes.
girls that come from the city.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And
You're Marengo,
wow,
folks.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
To get eyelashes. So it costs them more in gas, probably to
Right.
go to.
Yeah. But that's quality service right
That's,
there.
but exactly. Next thing, they come from Wisconsin, from, you know.
Yeah, they
But
come
that-
from everywhere, actually.
Next
oh
thing
my
you know,
God.
you're gonna have Beyonce or freaking.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Right? It's like, I get a limo coming in from O'Hare and like, oh, Beyonce's here.
All right.
But that's so cool because the fact that they're driving, it's Marengo's that's not super far, but it's far enough where they value the quality of your work. And not only that, but you, because at the end of the day, yeah, they're paying for your service, but they're paying for that time with you,
Right.
right? Like, you know,
Yeah, for the relationship.
for the relationship,
Yeah.
exactly. Because you're not just there, like, I would imagine you're not just there quiet putting them on, right?
No.
There's a lot of la 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 la, right?
What happens in the lash room stays in the lash room.
Yeah. Session
yes.
talk.
Yes.
So it's like the barber talk.
Yes, exactly. The barber talk. There you go.
Oh, so you guys chop it up too? Okay.
Yeah.
See, like I said, we're guys, so we're like clueless. But this is awesome. So you're sort of like a therapist,
Exactly.
Yeah.
a
Yes.
cheerleader. I mean, you were a cheerleader, but now you're
Yeah.
like, go do that, man. Look at me, look at my story.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you want to go cut hair, you want to go back to school. I mean, do it.
Yeah, I've built friendships. I've built like relationships off of my clients.
Okay.
And where we've actually like become friends.
Yeah, I
So
bet.
it's great. I
That's
have a
really
different
cool.
connection. I try to remember every story they tell me. Every
Yeah.
girl. It's just
Do you
so
take
many.
notes?
No, I don't take notes. I have a really good memory
Okay,
actually.
Because
But-
that's cool that you do that. You remember every like little detail, right? Like the kids and the dogs and all that.
I'll need a refresher. I'll ask them like, "Oh, you were the one that went here, right?"
You have like 20 novelas. in
Right?
there.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that's a really cool byproduct of having your own business is all the relationships that you end up building with people
Right.
and all the girls that you end up meeting. I mean, that's really cool. And that's, to me, that's something that, I mean, real estate also offers. Did you think that you would have like these kind of relationships with girls and stuff?
No,
like that?
I've had girls that I actually have a couple girls that have been with me since I started.
Yeah.
So they've been all the way since October till now. They're still coming to me. So
Okay.
I've never thought like people would actually like stick with me.
Yeah.
But like again, I also say like once you find someone you like, such as your barber, your hairstylist,
stick to
you
them.
stay with
Yeah.
them. You know.
Yep.
So
Well, you're
yeah.
loyal, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, why am I going to go somewhere else? And it goes back to like, well, every time I go there, she makes me feel really good. Like I
Yeah.
forget I'm even getting eyelashes.
Right. I get girls who fall asleep. They're so relaxed.
That's awesome.
I'm sure it's, fall asleep, girls that cry, I'm sure.
Right.
A little bit of
Share
everything.
good times.
That's so cool, like, because that's what we like about our business too, those relationships you build.
Yeah.
Not only that, like that they keep, repeat business, you see their family grow.
Yeah.
You know, you go when they're pregnant now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they can't lay on the lash chair
They
for
need a
long.
bigger house now because they have kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so
You're gonna
cool.
have lifelong clients too.
Yes.
You're
I
gonna
know.
have
I'm
their
excited.
daughters.
I know. I have like some getting married. They're like, "You're gonna come to my wedding?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh, yeah,
there you
I'll
go. That's freaking awesome.
This is a random question, but do guys get extensions?
I was
I
gonna ask
mean-
that.
I haven't had a guy come
Okay.
to me, but if I
Yeah.
did, I think that'd be really cool because guys have the most like voluptuous lashes ever compared to girls. They do.
Really?
But no, I think some guys can get them done. There's
Okay.
nothing against that.
Huh.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously the way sort of
I'll let
society's
you know.
going now. What?
I'll let you know.
You let me know.
I mean, what would you, like, you would get probably the normal ones, like, you don't
Yeah,
want to be
probably
looking
just
like
the
J-Lo.
classics.
No, not me. Not me. But, so I'm in a dance group, and
Okay.
there's a lot of like really great girls that do dancing there, but there's a lot of amazing guys that are awesome dancers that I think would want to get their eyelashes.
Really?
I think, yeah.
Okay, send
Well,
me
because
send
the
them my
profession,
way.
the profession
Yeah.
lends itself to, like,
Yeah, but they also do like kind of out there dances, especially with like the LGBTQ or whatever and all
Right.
that. So they're pretty out there.
Oh,
so,
gotcha.
oh,
Okay.
so they want
You
to
never
play to
know.
that community.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to be, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, out there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's
You
so
never
cool.
know.
So yeah, so you said it takes about an hour, right, to do that. How long do they last, the eyelashes?
2 to 3 weeks, depending on how well they care for them, which is
Okay.
including like brushing, washing. I also offer a lash shampoo and brush. Yeah, so as long as you're not touching them with your fingers, going around your eyes when you're washing your face, no steam, stuff like that.
So basically every month, they're
Yeah.
sort of coming back. That's
I
not
get
bad.
probably like twice a month.
twice a
Yeah,
month.
twice or
Okay.
once a month, depending on how well.
Is there a slow season? Like winter?
Yes, the slow season is January, February, that area. You know, after the holidays, there's nothing really going on. But then as spring break comes, I always say, like, it depends on what's going on in the world. That helps my business.
Okay.
So summer right now is just insanely busy. Everybody's out. Everybody's having a hot girl summer like that. So it really does depend. Like Mother's Day, it's like the holidays is when I'm good.
Yeah, Mother's Day, pictures, like prom.
Wedding season, all that.
Oh yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah, so the eyelashes, going back to that, you know, you said you got the school. Is there like continuing education you have to do as well?
Yeah, so right now I'm only certified in lash extensions only.
Okay.
I will be graduating my associates this summer for college at ECC. So in the fall I'll be attending esthetician school to get licensed.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So you obviously you're doing, and that's the thing we tell people, like you can still go to get your gen eds, get your associates, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure like you did like the way I always try to tell people, get a side hustle going because you don't have to work at Wendy's, you know. And go to, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But our potential is so much more than that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, if you want to go to Wendy's to learn the trade of fast food and do your own thing, by all means, you're getting paid for an education.
Yeah, they pay. Yeah, there's a lot of good benefits.
You want to do your own little burger shop, go for it. But I feel like you did something that, you know, at first you're like, well, you know, I don't know if I want to do it, but I'm going to give it a shot. You know, and you gave it a shot. And here's the thing, though, too. Like, you were sort of what I call one of the lucky ones, right? It went smooth right away. You know, say you don't get this busy, you don't get, you know, the studio going as fast. I think a lot of people sometimes stop there. They give up way too easy.
Right.
Right. I'm sure there was a time when you probably like, well, I got one client. It's been 2 weeks. I haven't got. I don't know. Maybe you did. But the fact that you kept going, and you're like, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna do it. People are gonna say, I told you so. But I think with people, especially younger people, they give up way too easy.
Yeah.
You know, they got their whole life ahead of them. Right now is the time to sort of figure out different, you know, what you're good at. Being self-aware too.
Yeah.
Like you said, I always knew I was good at with talking to people. Especially being in business, you gotta like people. Especially what you do, right?
Yes.
You gotta like people. You figure out who you are. If you're more the behind the scenes person, that's okay too. You can hire somebody to be the front person. You stay behind the scenes and do whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
But I feel it's such an important thing to be self-aware like you were. And that motivation, right? And going to school, so you did both.
Yes.
You know, you could have stopped going to school and did this, which would have been okay too. But you're learning some of those business principles, obviously taking business courses, accounting, because in business, all the subjects sort of come into play. Obviously not all of them. Astrology, I sure will not. History, probably not. But those core, money, accounting, public writing, right? And all
Public
that
speaking.
What's that?
Public speaking.
Yeah,
I hated that class, but
yeah.
now I'm like, that's actually probably one of the best classes you could ever take. Is public speaking.
Exactly.
You get rid of that fear of talking to people and just going out there and
Being
doing
in
it.
front of people,
Yeah.
Do you have like a sort of advice for younger people that are want to start their own thing, like like a
Yeah, my advice would be to just take the risk, to do it, to not stop. If you actually see yourself doing this in the future, then nothing is going to stop you. Like, you need to have, and if you don't have people that are supportive around you, find people that are supportive like around you.
Find your environment.
Find your environment. My family is the biggest supporters on my team, literally. They're always just go, go, go. Like, go for it.
Team Mercedes.
Yes, go.
Nice.
So you need the right people around you,
Yeah.
and definitely the right mindset.
Yeah. Nice.
Are there
That's
any
awesome.
like you're a reader, or do you?
No, I'm not a reader, actually. No.
So you didn't pick up this book like
Where
you
do you,
have one there,
where do you
right?
get this inspiration? Like from
I
your
don't know.
parents?
Do you follow
from,
anybody? Like, do you like on Instagram, or is there like an entrepreneur? You're like, man, like, or just saw you organically?
No, I feel like being in the industry now, but even though I was doing it already before I was even in it, like getting my lashes and getting my nails done, I see the hustle, and I'm also I'm also a waitress at a sports bar, so like the quick pace is what I like.
I gotcha.
I like to just always be on the go, like get after it, like go for it. That's
so
it.
if anything, those that being a server kind of you transfer those skills over into something that you actually like doing.
Yes,
which
like
is eyelashes.
the quick,
Gotcha.
instant. Like that's
Yeah.
what I like.
Okay, cool.
So you have that. What is it? That's an alpha, right? Personality.
yeah, for sure.
I would say so. Yeah. 100%. I know that.
Even you telling me that, that's totally alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I'm an alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just as soon as I want something, I'm gonna get it or I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I've always
You're not
been.
waiting around and saying like, well, hopefully this will happen and then I'll do this. You're like, no, I'm gonna
No, it's
take
gonna
charge and go
happen,
forward.
yes.
Okay,
So that's
really
so cool. Like you said, you're not. So typically, and that's the thing. And there's a quote out there that says, what is it? The action, inspiration is perishable. So act on it. Meaning that
Yeah.
perishable, like food, right? Like a banana, if you don't eat it, it's gonna go to waste. So that inspiration you had, that little seed that you planted about doing the eyelash, boom, you took off with it.
Yeah.
You call
Yeah.
the beauty school. You'd call eventually the website, the guy. You talk to your mom like, hey mom, I really need to go upstairs now
Yeah.
and use that room, whatever. The basement's not cutting it; it's too cold down there. But you took action on that.
And like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, what someone's gonna tell you, no, I don't want my eyelashes, or like, what's the
Right,
worst that can
yeah.
happen, right?
Yeah, they just say no.
Yeah.
You go to the next person.
no,
Yep,
next person.
exactly.
There's so many people out there that are eventually gonna want their eyelashes done. So don't be scared
Yeah.
in doing your own thing. Like, just go out and do it.
And
'Cause
most of the time, there's never even been someone that's been doubtful or
Yeah.
like been negative to me. So
Okay.
the chances of someone being negative to you, to your
Uh-huh.
face, is not really.
That's
There's
not-
no possibility.
it's not.
Like you're only gonna have people supportive.
Yeah.
That like want you to do that. So that's
Yeah.
why you don't even listen to the people that don't want
Right.
you to be.
Yeah, they will
successful.
not. They'll never. They'll put it or they'll tell somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
They
you never
will
hear it
never
to your
tell
face.
you, like, hey,
yeah,
Mercedes,
you never
Yeah.
It's not working out for you. Like
do. Yeah.
they're never
Yeah.
gonna say like, what do you mean it's not? Look at my schedule.
Yeah. Or they
that's
just
true.
they like hate from a distance. That's what you would say.
And also, I saw this somewhere, but your biggest haters are sometimes the people that will look at you the most. They'll be like,
Yes.
so you want to give them a good show.
So the jealousy,
Yeah.
the envy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
From your like close friends sometimes. Like you don't see it, like he said, but
Yeah.
sometimes those are your biggest. But like obviously looking at you, you carry yourself well. You know
Yeah.
how to
Thank
handle
you.
that. Even in our business, there's a lot of that. Like people looking at this podcast, like, oh, I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
they never did.
Yeah.
And look, we are doing it.
Just go out and do it. Go out and do it.
Yeah, like just copy us. Don't reinvent the wheel, guys.
Yeah.
We know what I'm saying. Like you too. Like,
Yeah, I've seen a couple girls actually start doing their own lash business also.
and that's the
Nice.
thing,
Yeah.
collaboration. Like you being, because you will get so much respect from that. Because a lot of times I see, and I've seen this, even with any business, it's like you want to be the only one. But when you share in that success and you see others do well, they're coming down below you, that's going to make you a better person, right? And obviously you're not going to tell them all your secrets.
Right.
No,
But
you
you're
don't
like,
give them
hey-
your sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the sauce.
Not the secret sauce, but you're going to tell them, hey, inspire them. You can do what I can do. Because having it's good.
Yeah.
You're not going to be available 24/7.
Yeah.
They're going to come, they're not going to they're going to come to you because of you, Mercedes. They're not, and the other people are going to go to, I don't know, Ana's because of Ana, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's you they're coming to see, not, so much, well, it is the eyelashes, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's more than just the
Not only
eyelashes.
that, but I think now with more competition, you probably draw a contrast between the two people.
You stand out more.
And now you stand out more, but you can create your brand more. Like you can stand out separate from this other person. And you know that your clients that are coming to you, they're coming to you because they want to come to you and not Anna or whoever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I even with the girls, whoever is starting their own lash business
Yeah.
right after me, like I was still like, there's still a fine line between the differences of us. Like
Yeah.
my lashes look like this, and her lashes
Yeah.
look like that.
Yeah.
This is my environment
And
that
that's
I provide.
freaking awesome.
This is her environment that
Yeah.
she provides. So even though we're doing the same thing,
Uh-huh.
it's completely different.
And that's freaking awesome because
Yeah.
you could tell there's a lot of creativity involved in making eyelashes and the
Yes.
environment and the way you handle your hands. and
tweezers,
Just
yeah.
like a barber. Every barber is different. Like I noticed, like, okay, this barber moves their hands differently. and
They
this-
have a different
yeah.
range of motion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
And different vibe and aura too, right?
Yeah,
And
that's so cool.
And that's something you build on, and you're only going to get better at it.
Yeah.
And you have obviously from what you're talking, I mean, you have bigger dreams than just being out of a home studio, right?
Right.
I mean, one day,
Where do
you'll
you
be
see
here
yourself in
downtown,
5 years?
Where do you see yourself?
So I get this question all the time now. I really do. All my clients ask me like, "Oh, are you gonna open a salon?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
honestly, yes. Like that is one of my main goals.
Okay.
Is to open a salon. But my plan is that I want to have girls in there working for me doing a different thing each. So nails,
Oh,
eyelashes,
nice.
hair,
Yeah.
waxing,
Uh-huh.
the lip fillers. Like I
Yeah.
want every girl in there, but girls that started just like me.
Okay.
Started out of their home,
Go-getters.
started their own little business.
Yeah.
Don't know how the profiting will work like that, but
Uh-huh. You'll figure that out.
I want
when
to
the
figure
time
that out
comes.
later.
Yeah.
But that's like a dream. Like that would
Okay.
be a dream, is having girls that were just like me
Okay.
when I was younger.
So having like an all-in-one place.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
A
And
one-stop.
I tell my clients that, and they're like, "Yes, I don't want to have to go here for my eyebrows, there for my waxing. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be in one place and just get it all done."
All right.
I'm like, "See, that's like what I would want."
One-stop
That's
shop.
awesome.
Yeah,
Well, if you need a
one-stop shop.
building, let us know.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
okay.
Yeah, we know plenty of people that obviously, I mean, just go around here, you can see there's lease. And obviously, but that's good that you're sort of testing, you're asking people, well, they're asking you, but at the same time, you're kind of getting feelers out there, right? Like, what do people want? What do my customers want? Because at the end of the day, that's what drives your business. That's what makes your
Yeah.
business grow.
Yeah.
That's
Well, what if they
like.
don't even want that? But they're telling you, like, yes, I don't want to go here, I don't want to go there, especially in the winter, right? If you offer this, we will go there. And I
That's
think that's
really
good
cool.
that you're listening to your customers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm listening to the age ranges also.
Is
So
it-
I get
yeah.
I get the teenage girls and I
Yeah.
get the older moms. I get the grandmas. Like
Oh,
I get
snap.
all in between.
Okay.
I'm listening to what they have
Wow.
to say. Yeah. So I
That's
want to
good,
target
eh?
all of the women, not just like only teenage girls.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
teenagers don't drive, so mom's got to drive them.
Right. Yes.
So you don't want to go. Obviously, you're in Marengo now; they're driving out there, but you want to also going back to it's easy to book an appointment. Well, you want to make it easier for them to get to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
So-
morning I actually had an older woman message me and I'm like, "Oh, just go through my site." And she's like, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I sent her the link and I'm like, "It's really easy. Just
Okay.
push which one you want." And then she did it. She was like, "Oh my god, that was so easy.
That's so
Thank
easy.
you."
Nice.
I'm like,
Something,
yeah.
well, I'll give you a tip, or maybe we haven't done it yet, but we talked about it. Like, do a little video on how to book an
A
appointment.
tutorial, yeah.
Oh.
Tutorial,
nice.
and just
That's a
have
good
like
one.
somebody film it, like, okay, like,
Yeah.
like from here, and like, oh, I click here.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Okay.
shoot it to those people.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I did that before I had the website. So like how to message me, like what
There
you
you
should
go.
say, what you should provide.
Okay.
like-
So do you have a YouTube? Do you do a lot of social media?
Oh, I do not have a YouTube channel, but
Okay.
I do have an Instagram and a Facebook
And
page.
you do a lot of your promoting on Instagram?
Yes, and then I do the promotions through
So
there.
we're talking about social media
Yeah.
now. What are your handles? How can they sort of find you there?
lashes_ by Mercedes
Okay.
on both
On both of
Facebook
them?
and Instagram. Yes.
Okay,
And
cool.
YouTube, I know, is like huge too.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into
Yeah.
YouTube. No.
Maybe when the time is right, probably.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's a different niche though. Like you can
Yeah.
do tutorials on lashes eventually
Yes.
when you have more time.
Eventually, yes.
Yeah,
But with
maybe
I'm like
January,
school,
February.
Yeah, working. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
just
you haven't
stick right
got
now.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
not
I
yet.
think your time too, because before it was like I got all this time on my hands. Now that time is sort of like gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
right?
Gone. I have no
So
time.
how do you balance your life per se? Like how do you? Well, you say I take appointments from this time, but how has that affected that? Like what do you? How do you get your me time?
My me time is usually on the weekends
Okay.
or after clients for the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the afternoons.
Late afternoons. Yeah, it'd be like after 4, after 6 o'clock, right around
Do you,
there.
what do you like to do? Like what is?
I'm usually right now. I'm doing homework. Okay, that's like my main thing is trying to finish
We
this
forgot
homework.
you're a student as
Yes,
Put
I'm
on
doing
some
homework.
earbuds.
Yeah.
Listen to some homework.
I like to go to TJ Maxx. That's like my weakness.
That is
Yeah, TJ
yeah.
Maxx.
That's my
a
weakness.
popular store.
Yeah, I like to shop. I like
It's
to
not
try.
good for guys though. They don't have a lot of
Yeah,
options
Yeah,
there.
guys, we
yeah.
get like 3
We
racks.
need, we
Yeah.
need a TJ Maxx for guys.
Yeah, TJ
Yeah.
Maxx people.
Marshalls
Please
is a
look
little
it up.
more guy friendly, I would say.
Still,
Marshalls,
we
still
get
not.
We get
three
two
rows. We
racks,
get 3 rows of the store.
And it's all like extra large shirts. Like,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
all the mediums or the slim fit are gone.
it's like this is.
And then you get
Yeah.
these 40 by 40 pants. It's like, who's
Yeah.
Oh, those are huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, those are good stores for you.
Yeah,
For-
I like
for
doing
sure.
that. I like trying new coffee shops, stuff like
Coffee.
that.
Okay.
Boba, I love boba.
Hot coffee or iced coffee?
Iced for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. No
All
hot around
right.
here.
Should we get to the theme questions?
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
obviously we have a couple questions we're going to ask you and then the rapid fire. So I'll start out first. obviously we see phrases everywhere, right? Billboards. Well, we have some here, right? Grand execution. But if you were able to put a billboard, like say on Route 90 or Michigan Avenue downtown Chicago, that could inspire others, what would it say? What would be your go-to?
To inspire others?
Or something that would just, you want people to say, want people to see.
Okay, so I had thought about this question differently.
Okay.
I had thought it would be like whatever I wanted to put on there.
No, yeah.
Not inspire.
No, whatever you want.
Okay.
All right, let's
so
do that.
whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with whatever I wanted, I was thinking advertising my business. That's
Okay.
what I would think.
Yeah.
And I really like the 3D billboards.
3D billboards?
Yes. So
I've
have you
never
ever
seen
seen those? There's
No.
been 3D ones where it's like the cow's heads, or there's a cow
Oh,
up there.
yeah,
As you drive by?
Okay.
Yeah, as you drive by and you see them. Those are the ones that catch
With
your
some
attention.
lashes?
Yes. I want real live
that would be
lashes
freaking awesome.
sticking out of the billboard.
As you're going like,
Right.
Yeah, and you see the
like a
lashes.
model
She winked
and
at
the
me.
lash-
Yeah. Just like the lashes sticking out, so like the falsy ones that
Yeah.
they put on the strips, just put it on the
That's
on the
awesome.
billboard like that, and I feel like it would catch so much attention rather than it just being like follow me on Instagram or
Right.
something like that, you
That's
know?
such a great idea.
So
And
just
obviously,
like
it's got to be you too, right? Your face.
Yes, so it'd be like me, like
Yeah.
a professional picture
Yeah.
of me, and then the lashes next to it, and then it'd have my @ handle
Nice.
on where to find
Well, I
me.
was thinking you
That's a
with the
good
actual
idea.
eyelashes there, and like your eyelashes going up.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
my eyes. There
Maybe
you go.
striking a pretty pose, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty
Model pose.
And then as you drive by, your eyelashes like they would do this.
They
Right?
would wink. They
Yeah,
do a little
yeah,
eye
wink.
flutter.
Oh, wink.
Who was that? Then you get multiple car crashes. No, we
Oh
don't.
no, we don't need that.
What the hell is that?
Yeah. But that's cool. I mean, obviously, you are Mercedes by Lashes by Mercedes, so it has to be you.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about that. That's such because
That's
you're
a good idea.
But it goes back to you being you,
Yeah.
and obviously
Building
wanting
your business and being the alpha.
right.
Yes.
That's so cool. That's a great answer, by the way. I never
Thank
thought
you.
of that. I always ask people that because most of the people we have are not entrepreneurs, but you have that entrepreneur mind that thinks like an entrepreneur.
Right.
She's
So
on
I'm
the
sure as
ball.
you're walking down here, you're probably
Thinking of ideas.
thinking of ideas to how to grow your business.
Yep.
That's sort of what we do, but not like every day. I guess.
Yeah.
I have
Not
kids, so I'm like,
24/7.
oh, what am I gonna feed them? Or,
Yeah, I have to plug
I
eventually.
have to go to the park with them today. And It's different stuff that's running through my head. So
Cool. Well, the other thing question, obviously this question, podcast is called New Limits Podcast. So we like to bring in people. Blah. What did I just say? We like to bring in guests to help inspire others. I like to ask, if you could think of a moment in time where maybe, so a moment in time that helped you reach new limits either in your career or in your life, what would it be?
Help me reach new limits.
yeah. So what? Like, say as you were starting your business, like, what one thing, what one moment, one idea, like
A
you know what?
book or
Yeah,
a
took you to
person?
that next level.
Uh-huh.
Say from when you were starting the eyelashes, or was there a moment or an idea or somebody spoke to or a thought you're like, you know what, this is gonna take me to that next
That next level, the new
next
limits.
level.
It would honestly just be my teacher that taught me. She had messaged me
Okay.
and was reaching out and saying, wow, I am so happy and proud of you, and can't believe you turned this little class into something so big. She messages me all the time actually, and she's
That's
always
really
so
cool.
proud of me, and I'm like, she's had multiple students and none of them have turned it into what I have going now.
Right.
So she always makes that clear, and I'm like, well, this can be more
That's-
than just my little business,
Yeah.
small business. It
Yeah.
can be a whole.
So you were that one student.
Yeah.
So we all have, obviously I've been a teacher, we all have that one student that just really
Took off.
took off.
Yeah.
You know, listened to pretty much everything I was saying. You can turn this into a business. You did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what better motivation to take you to the new limit than your own peer, your
Yeah.
own
Teacher, yes.
your own teacher, I'm sorry.
And having that support from them, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
actually coming to me this week for lashes.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So
Look
I'm
at
doing
that.
my own teacher. I'm doing her own lashes. I'm excited.
Congratulations. That's
Yeah,
such
thank
a
you.
cool
So
story.
we go back again to that environment. Like she's providing that environment for you too, right? Like somebody who's supporting you and
Yes.
Yeah, she
who
could have
better
been
than your
jealous of you.
teacher?
Right.
Yeah.
She easily could have been like, oh man, she did it. Like that could have been me, whatever, 40 years ago. I don't know what a teacher is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I get it. Yeah.
But she's living. Well, here's the thing though. She's probably living out her dream through you.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, she had her own. She was in Canada. She lived in Canada.
Ah.
She owned her own company with the lashes, and then she moved out here for her husband's work. And
Okay.
she started teaching classes. So then
Nice.
that's where I came along.
That's really
Cool,
cool.
cool.
I'm,
Well,
I'm sure you're
congrats.
making her proud.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and your family, by the way.
Yes.
I'm very proud of you. All right, so we're gonna shoot a couple rapid fire questions here, just to kind of people to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
I didn't get the other four.
Simple items.
Oh, you do well.
Let me just. We'll do this. Where's my phone? I'll take a picture of it and send it to you.
Oh, okay. We'll do that. But yeah, this is a rapid fire questions, kind of like hot coffee or iced coffee,
Okay.
stuff like that. So it should
Cool.
be easy.
So you said Bo? Is that the one that's
Boba.
down here in South Elgin?
Yeah, the coffee house.
Yeah.
So good. So
Have
good.
you been to Viator here?
What is it?
Viator or Viator coffee?
Oh, it's really good. So
It's
it's
right
down
here.
the street here.
Okay.
And what they do, they're a mobile coffee. I sent it to you.
Okay.
They're a mobile coffee. Well, they have a shop here, but you know they have like mobile those michelada places that go to your party.
Okay.
Well, this is an actual coffee place that'll go to your party or your work.
Oh, I didn't know
cool.
that.
Yeah. So that's, the
Yeah.
name Viator means voyager, like viajero.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So that's where the name Viator comes from. But it's a mobile coffee house.
Cool. And,
Yeah.
and it's parked over here or what?
No, they
It's
have
right
their
here
own,
at Dream Hall.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
a Dream Hall down the street. They actually have their own shop there. Like you can order coffee there.
Oh, okay. Dean, I'm
But-
gonna go there after.
Yeah, sure.
You
go
can
there.
walk there. We'll show you.
Yeah, we'll walk there. We'll show you. And but they take their coffee. You can have it at your quinceañera, or I'm not. You would have it at your quinceañera.
You can have it at your shop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you open up your shop, you do your grand opening. Yeah, you hire them to come.
Yeah.
And,
Coffee, cool. Yeah, I
All
love
right,
iced
here we
coffee.
go. You ready? You got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So first one, obviously, I'm sure you like food like we do. So you burger or pizzas?
Burger.
Burger.
Yeah.
Netflix or movie theater?
Movie theater.
Movie.
Okay.
Your favorite movie?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Dirty Dancing.
Oh,
Nice.
classic. Classic. Morning person or night owl?
Oh, night owl for sure.
Really?
Yeah. I
Well,
cannot
that's
wake up in
You
the
take your
morning.
first appointment like at 2, right?
10.
10. Oh, yeah, my bad. You got time to sleep in.
That's the beauty of it. All right, we're not makeup guys, but Sephora or Ulta?
Ulta.
Ulta.
Okay.
We have no follow up to that because we don't know.
I don't know. We were
Next
like, what is two makeups?
Facebook or Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's new, kind of trendy with the young.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instagram is huge for a business. iPhone or Android?
iPhone. 100%.
Nice. Yep.
A night in or a night out?
A night out.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is in Spanish. Pelo suelto o chonga?
Suelto.
Really?
Nice.
Well, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. I know you like reggaeton, I think.
Yes.
All right, we're going old school. I don't know any reggaeton newer, but Daddy
Right.
Yankee or Don Omar?
Daddy Yankee.
Daddy Yankee. Do you have a favorite Daddy Yankee song?
Gasolina.
Oh,
That's a basic one.
I remember when that came out. I was like
J Balvin
18.
or Bad Bunny?
Ooh, Bad Bunny. For
Okay.
sure.
Is that
100%.
Yeah, they're both
Like I said,
reggaeton.
Yeah.
man, after I have kids, I don't know. I don't really
Yeah.
have kids, but after you have kids, it's like I just listen to what I always did. Oh, I listen to a lot of
I know.
like kids music now.
Right?
Yeah.
Kids Bop.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. You know,
Reggaeton for
Coco
Kids Bop.
Melon and stuff
Oh,
like that.
Coco Melon's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for being here. We
Thank you
appreciate
guys for
it.
having me. It was
Again,
awesome.
where can people find you again?
Lashes by Mercedes on
Okay.
Instagram and Facebook. And I also have a website, mercedeslashes.com.
To book an appointment, they go on your website, right?
Yes.
Okay, and they can see all availability times and all that in there?
Everything's there.
Perfect. Awesome. There you have it, everyone. Lashes by Mercedes. A new episode of New Limits Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in again. We appreciate everyone listening. As always, this podcast is brought to you by Via Gomez Bros Real Estate. For anything real estate related, feel free to contact us, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Thank you.
Peace. Thank you.